have one more round of applause for our second graders. And this is This evening's presentation and song is it's put together very well behind the scenes by quite a bit of people who I do feel should be recognized. First of all, the second grade team of teachers and professionals, Mr. Castine, Mrs. Crowninshield, Mrs. Demo, Mr. Francia, who was unable to join us tonight. He and our student athletes from the high school are representing us at the New York State Championships. Surprise, surprise, another Peru student athlete at the New York State Championships. Mike Francia is there with them. Mrs. Hamilton, Mrs. Hill, Mrs. Mullen, Mrs. Sayward, Mrs. Lavin, we recognize for helping us with the music. Mrs. Crowley, Miss Robbins, Mrs. Taylor, Ms. Dankos, Mrs. Clark, our computer teaching assistant, helped us out with logistics of certificates and programs. So did Mrs. Miller and Mrs. Joy in the office. Our PTO continues to support us. And you actually had some great support tonight. I don't think you knew it. See that banner on the back wall that says, "Congratulations, second graders"? Do you know who drew that and colored that? The kindergartners and the first graders drew that for you, and that's kind of a neat tradition that we recognize at primary, where the kindergartners and the first graders took the time, led by Lori and Dean, our art teacher, to say congratulations to you. So that was from your friends in kindergarten and first grade. So thank you. Also, we continue to thank the Board of Education for their level of support, and our interim superintendent, Paul Scott. And we're excited to move into a new era when Dr. Grimstein joins us on July 1st. Every single day, when you move your children to the bus, or when you bring them to the front door and you let them go, you are demonstrating a fundamental trust within us, and we know that, and we appreciate that greatly. So I thank you for your 3 years of support for our programs in primary, whether it was learning about SNAC the night before, or 3 straight years of that mountain of paperwork that you get on the first day of school, right down to the book fair, or sweating it out while Scott is still talking. We greatly appreciate the support that you have in our school, so thank you so much. Let's give these guys one more round of applause. And you should give your parents a round of applause. The second grade teachers and their students would invite you to the museum to see the projects that they've accomplished in the second grade wing. So what we're going to do is we are first going to dismiss the students.
Molly.
We're going to let the teachers bring the students safely and orderly down to classrooms before any of the adults leave. And the museum will be open until 7:30.